Good mythical morning.
It's well past noon.
It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex.
And? Did it work?
No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial seed to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer.
I heard that's not very easy to get.
Theopractically it is.
Practically?
Practically in theory. Duh.
That makes sense. I get it.
Do you?
No, actually.
That's to be expected. No offense, but you clearly aren't a wizard.
And who are you to judge that?
Oh, you know, just a reputable wizard myself. Of course, I also have a magnificent wizard name, but you could call me Hex. No need to overcomplicate things.
Nice to meet you, Hex.
Nice to meet you too.
Just Innkeeper for now.
Alright, well then, Innkeeper. How about a super wheezy breezy drink for me?
Any flavors you might fancy?
Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me better understand the primordial vortex.
Gotcha. Okay, intelligence. I believe that's like... I'm going out on a limb here. I think it's... this? Sparkling Nebula? Hell yeah. I'm so glad the Among Us have gone also. This should boost your focus like nothing else.
Amazing! I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater too. Never mind. The explanation would be too complex to grasp, so...
So... what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex?
Huh? Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria.
And who would that be?
Does it matter?
You tell me?
My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all of her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos. But there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure.
Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world.
And you are?
Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad, and to you. Innkeeper, was it?
Correct. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least, I used to be. Now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to still be conscious.
So you're undead?
Precisely.
How?
Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it?
1755.
Fuck, that's brutally long.
So, how did you come back to life?
I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing bad had happened. Thought myself might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And alas, didn't care.
Those who'd risen with you?
There are more like you out there?
Of course. Undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master.
Right.
However, I decided not to bother with that and go my own way. Going south, I passed through Zolford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood, though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip.
Care to fill me in on that Zilford gossip?
Well, apparently, a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zilford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. During the day, they disappear like ghosts.
Bit of a weird curse.
Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, do you have a drink for this undead fellow?
A drink and a mop?
Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop.
If you say so. What would you like?
Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal.
Coming right up. Okay, that's a spoken heart. I don't remember if it's like this. I'm trying to memorize them, but... Hell yeah! A real charmer just for you.
Jolly. I feel I can conquer the world with my words alone.
Oh.
Not that I ever would do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris.
Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one.
Come now. That type hardly counts.
Agreed, it's only natural. Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man.
I did?
Yes. If I can enhance the aging process of the cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, no you didn't. Thanks. Bye.
Energetic young fella.
Indeed.
If you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit longer and enjoy the moment.
Of course.
Hey, Innkeep, how's it going?
All fine and dandy. How about you, Verbal?
I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Although, also, apparently, a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It is impolite to burst into a conversation like that. I'm Scully.
Fable.
Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity.
That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I just thought usually...
None taken. Skeletons usually don't speak.
Usually, but hardly anything is unusual these days.
I mean, the stars fell from the sky. Skeletons might as well start to speak. There are stranger things in this world.
Oh, there surely are. Like your drinks, Innkeep. That one really gurgled in my bones.
So you already tried one?
Indeed.
Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, Innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds or they'll give up immediately.
Of course, going right up. Okay, you want swift? Okay, I don't remember the Swift one. Not gonna lie. Okay. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. I am? Yeah. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do. But I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal, the better.
Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences.
Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Trigger. My treehouse is just around the corner.
Splendid. Sounds like a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge.
Thank you. Innkeeper, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmer didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you've already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll be sure to put them to good use.
So you accept donations for ingredients?
Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself.
What about recipes themselves?
It's always good to get more inspiration.
Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my favorite assistant's recipe, or my assistant's favorite recipe, even.
Do you store it under your hat?
Of course, where else would I keep it?
Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe.
Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then with Fable. But I'll be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next.
Let's hope not.
I won't. I'm just joking around.
I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You are still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Rhea.
That I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate.
You would even get incited by a rusty nail.
Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process.
Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins lots of hard work.
Does it now?
Yep. Makes everything porous.
Oh.
Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again.
Likewise, dear innkeeper. How has your day been?
Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today.
Oh, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in?
Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman.
What makes you a gentleman?
Manners.
He was quite polite, I recall, greeted me with the tip of his hat.
You find everyone polite, even your slime.
But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I patiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance?
I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it for now, shall we?
Okay. Say, Inkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd better be a story I'd love to hear right now.
Not yet, no.
Tragic. I've always loved writing letters.
Inkeep, you got a drink for me. Something that'll make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. Right. I don't remember Frosted Lagoon either. Okay. Okay, it's like the opposite of a spoken heart. That's fine.
Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift for the great dragons.
Well, thank you. I gave it my best.
And taste that. Feels sturdier already. I've had me doubts about you, Inkeep, but I must say, you know your job.
So, how's the day been for you two?
The usual.
Splendid. It was my first day in the centuries, out under the rays of the sun.
And how do you like it?
It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital since I rarely get to see it in full daily life. There were so many people.
Too many.
Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid. It almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape.
Is that the cape? The cape of
invisibility? It absolutely is.
How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now?
Huh? Why would we want to go there?
That was the deal. I help you get your cape. So you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet and get me Goldsworth.
Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that?
No. What about me material then?
Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer though?
Fine.
Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back and I could walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, Innkeeper, what if I thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feeling on your skin.
That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already.
How wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit?
You shouldn't.
I should. The air smells like reconciliation.
Do you think that's a good idea?
It ain't.
It is.
Kyle, you've stolen her your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if my ex-husband stole me hammer?
What?
Take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine.
But the cape is mine.
Is she of the same opinion, you think?
Oh. Maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. And all she'd have to do is ask, oh my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. And I wouldn't do it to this day.
I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Oh, how I miss her. My heart is aching.
If that's all.
Maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her evermore, looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a gasp away.
maybe a drink could help for now.
Oh, would you do that? A drink for me?
Of course.
Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon.
Okay, something strong. Okay, so let's see. We've got some other drinks. We've got this Peak Sunrise, which is intelligence. First Snow, which is defense. 1,000 Winds. Sailor's Courage. Could do a Sailor's Courage. Why not? Okay. I need something to give... This'll work, actually. Put it in, please. Okay. That'll work. And then... I need some of this. And then just top it up with this. I think. No? Have I fucked... Ah. I know what it is. Give me this. I need... No. Oh my god. There we go, I did it. Try that. It can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps.
This is terrible.
I'm kidding.
It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper.
Why don't you tell the innkeep more about your day, hmm?
Right, I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I?
Your trip to the capital, busy streets, bustling with people.
Roots.
Roots. Roots.
We admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating.
For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true.
Myths?
Myths. I've told you. Rumor has it these are the roots of the Aether Tree. Breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital.
Ah, yes. A very good defense plan indeed.
What is Wood going to do to protect the city? The city is protected with stone.
Oh. I was never very involved in fortification efforts.
I figured.
Oh.
Oh?
We've also met a lovely serf again.
How are her investigations coming along?
Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit.
Believe the last midway to Dalwell. She seems to be onto something.
I can't wait to hear her story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Ria, can we go into town and check out the antiques dealer?
Oi, why?
I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times.
Very well then. But you won't munch on the shopkeep, will you?
Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation.
Right then, let's go.
Goodbye, innkeep.
Enjoy your shopping spree. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh.
Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. Certainly has been a while.
Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right?
It'll be 25 years soon, actually.
You know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade.
I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you.
I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along.
Do cute service bees still get a discount here?
Always. So what brought you back to this area? It's not your usual haunt.
No, I generally prefer something more...
Very moist.
Huh. Not the word I would have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my tastes. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself or my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with travelling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh, well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda's stairs is a marvellous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No. My manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Of course! I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see? Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey? I'll do my best. Alright. So, intelligence, I'm assuming? Yes, okay. That's a sparkling nebula, right? That's just like... That's the wrong one. This one. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you'd recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be. Certainly. It should be just below this pile. Oh wait, no, I must have put it over there actually. Alright, given this ongoing battle with your organisational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in about 7 days and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, innkeeper. Likewise, Minthy. Have a safe and pearlful journey. I'll try.
7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Alright, a new quest. But before I do this, let's, oh no, I can't. I wanted to read the stuff, all the new stuff about the new characters. Oh, that's fine, we'll do it next time. Okay, so, undead. Okay, that's undead. Missing familiars. Mary Morgan. Whatever that is. Crypts and whatnot. Tree. Zoford. Okay. Erlin's Grand Greatsword once belonged to their dragons. Banshees, Haunting the Lost Lagoon, that's that one. Zoford's Docks, okay. So the Zoford quest. Here we go. Scandal in Zoford. The lively port city of Zoford is known for not only its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city, there must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks?